Hey, Sonny here. So we're going to continue our lesson on S.A.T.O by Ozzy. Last lesson we covered the song up until the riff prior to the solo, the pre-solo riff. So for this lesson, I'm going to cover just the solo itself. And for part 3, I'm going to finish the song covering verse 3 and the outro of the song. And I actually did a video to play along with the song for YouTube. However, there's a copyright a problem there. Ozzy stuff is very tight with copyright, and they actually block my video worldwide, so I can't share it. Somehow I was able to put it on Facebook, and I set it to public setting, so you guys can check it out if you like. I'll put the link in the video below. The link is also in my previous video in the description as well, so you can check that. You have not subscribed to my channel yet, and if you give me a sub, I would appreciate it. So let's get down to it. My guitar is in standard tuning, and I'm using a Gibson Les Paul 1989 custom, and I plug it into my practice amp at home that I use a lot. This is the Boss Katana 50 watt Mark II, and I'm micing it with the Snowball Logitech mic. I use a Logitech webcam. I'm not running directly into the PC. Everything is picked up by the mic in terms of audio, and the video is picking up by the webcam. So that's my setup. So let's get down to it. And the song again is in standard tuning, and mainly the chords the solo is based on is the C sharp minor and E minor. Those are the two main chords this solo is based on. I'm going to walk you through that once we start playing. Oh, one thing before we start, I misspoke before. Doing the solo, it's not just the two chords. It's not just the C sharp and the E chord. There's also a G chord in there. It's a G. So basically, you got a C sharp minor. You just play a power chord. And 7th fret E power chord, and a 10th fret on the A string. So you got a C, E, and G. So those are 3 quarter covers in the solo. All right, the first part of solo is based on is playing over a C sharp minor. So there are 2 positions that we use. We use the C sharp minor pentatonic scale. So it's at the 9th fret of your guitar, assuming you know the pentatonic scale. So the 9th position is the C sharp minor pentatonic scale, and then the same scale is being used at the 4th fret. So if you use the same scale at the 4th fret at the on the A string. So same as this. But you just play the 4th fret here. 4, 7, 4, 6 on the D, 4, 6 on the G, 5, 7 on the B, 4, 7 on the high E string. So those 2 main patterns that's being used for this solo. So the first line of the solo. 11th fret on the G string, bend up half step, and you play the 9th fret on the B and 9th fret on the high E string, and then 12th fret on the B string, and then bend up half step. The next part. So you play 9th fret on the E, play the 12th fret on the B and pull off on the 9th fret on the B string, and then play a 10th fret on the B string, pull off a 9th fret, then 12th fret on the G string. That's like a flat 5 for the blues. You just add a note to the pentatonic scale. And back to 9th fret on the B string, and play the 12th fret again on the G string, pull off a 9th fret. So far with this. next part, play the 11th fret on the G string, slap the 12th fret, and then play the 9th fret on the E string, and then play the 11th fret on the G string, pull off a 9th fret, and then 11 and 9 on the D string. So next part. You can do a harmonica. So basically you will play 11 on the A and 9 fret on the D. You play that twice. And then you do this 9 fret on the G and 11 fret on the D string. You play the same thing, half step down. You keep walking down chromatically all the way down. After you finish the 5th fret on the G and 7th fret on the D string, you'll play the 4th fret on the G string, and then play the 5th fret on the B string, pull off on the 4th fret twice, harmonic on the 6th fret on the G string, bend up. So slowly. So the whole thing slowly so far. Next part. So what I'm doing is I play 5th fret on the B string, pull off on 4th fret. You do that twice. And 6 and 4 on the G. Do the same thing again on the B string. 6 and 4 on the G. And then 6/4 on the G. 7/6/4 on the D string. 7 and 6 on the A string. So far we have this. And the next part. So I'll play the 11th fret on the D string, play 9th on the D and hammer on to 11, and the 8 on the G, 11 on the D and back to 8 on the G, 9 on the G, 8 on the G, hammer on the 9th fret, 11 on the G, 9 on the G, hammer on back to 11. And then 9th fret on the B and the high E string. And 11th fret on the B string, slap to 14th fret. And then you play 12, 15, and 14 on the high E string. Okay, here's the last lick for the over the E chord, and then move to the G chord. So basically, you play these E major arpeggio. You start on the 19th fret on the high E string. You play 6 times. Well, after you play 6 times, you play it again on the 19th fret. Pull off 17, slide down to 16th fret. 17th fret on the high E, pull off on 16, and play 17th fret on the B. And then 16 high E, 17 B, 16 on the G. You shift down your finger down using ring finger. and play the 16th fret on the G string. Slide down to 13th fret. Pull out the 14th. Slide down to 13, and pick the 13th fret again on the G string. And then we move on to the G chord. And this is all pentatonic at the G position. So the lick goes like this. So you pick the 15th fret on the B string, bend up, and 15th fret on the E string, and play the 18th fret again on the B string, bend up. So you do it as a triplet. So next lick. So you do that. That's how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then after you play that, you play the 18th fret again, and 15th fret on the E string, and then 15th fret on the B string, pull off on 15th fret, 18 on the G, 15 on the B, and 15 on the high E. 18th fret on the B, pull off on 15th fret, and play the 18th fret on the E string. You bend it twice. You bend it up, and you bend another half step after that. So the whole lick slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the next part. 15th fret on the high E string, 18th fret on the B, and pull off on 15th fret on the B. And we do this thing called boomer bend. I learned this. Some guy was talking about it because for us older guys, we all love classic rock. This kind of bend. So you grab 17th fret on the G string and 18th fret on the B string, and you bend the 17th fret up, while the 18th fret is not bending up. The boomers bend. So again, that part right there. And then release back down, pull off on 15th fret, and bend it up again. So far we have this. We play the 15th fret on the G and the B string together. And play the 17th fret on the D string, pull off on 15th fret on the D string, and play the 15th fret of G and B together again. You do it 3 times. And you play, last time you do it again on the 17th fret on the D, pull off on the 15th fret. And then you play the 20th fret on the high E string, bend it up, and you release and pull off on the 19th fret. Actually, pick it. So far we have this. And you finish up the G pentatonic lick like this. 17th fret on the G string, and then 15th fret on the B and the E, 18th fret on the B, pull off on 15th fret. And then play the 17th fret on the G and 15th fret on the B. 17, 15 on the G. 17, 15 on the D. 17 and 16 on the A string and pull off on 15th fret. 18th fret on the E string, 15th fret on the A string, and then back to 18th fret on the E string, and they pull down, basically bend the note down. Give the vibrato. Slow down. So that's the solo of S.A.T.O, and goes back to the riff right before the solo. The only difference this time around is that the second time you play the riff, second time you play this, you do the slider, and then everything's the same. The scale, the F sharp minor is the same. At the end of this though, you got to play the 14th fret on the E string and pull off on the 12th fret on the high E string, and that's a solo, and it goes back to the riff. Okay, once I come out of the solo, I don't have a whammy bar on my guitar, so there are several notes in this verse that you need to use a whammy bar. But those are the things, that the nuances in Randy's stuff that you can add to. But if you don't have a whammy bar, you can just play the riff that I showed you in my first lesson. It's just play the same riff and you'll be fine. But if you want to learn the little details of it, then I'm showing you right now what it is. So once you come out of the solo, you finish playing this. This part I show you in the first video. After you play the A chord, then you'll play this 4th fret on the E string harmonic, and you bend down half step. Use a whammy bar. So and then go back to playing this riff again. And then once you play that, the E chord, you'll play the 5th fret on the G string harmonic, and then you'll use whammy bar and half step down. They do the C chord, same thing, harmonic on the 5th fret on the G string, and then A chord, and you just play the 3rd fret on the B string and use a whammy bar, dive down just a half step. And after that, say just the verse riff. But when you play that, again, and then goes back to the chorus. So the last run is the same thing I showed you in the first lesson. 4-2 pull off on open G string, 4-2-0 on the D, 3-2-0 on A, 3-2 open on E. It goes to the outro. It's pretty much the intro that I showed you in my first video, but you don't play the variation, and you also just keep playing those play open B and E string, alternate. Or C note on the 3rd fret on the A, open E, open B, open E string. And then 4th fret on the A, and then open E, B, E, and open D string, open E, 3rd fret on the B, back to E on the high E string. So you play that over, I think 4 times. You do that 4 times, and after that you just play the E chord. That ends the song right there.